We are coming.
All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast Monday. My name's Will DeFries. My left, David Ruff.
I'm edging this cold front pretty hard. I gotta tell you the truth. It is it's gonna be well worth the wait. It's gonna change a lot. It's really gonna change vibes. It's gonna change lives. It's gonna change the course of the week, I think. We've got a big weekend ahead of us. And yeah, it's much needed. It arrives right in time. Can't get here soon enough, some are saying.
I'm not as excited as I am for previous years, unfortunately, and I don't have any idea why. I told Randy before the episode that, like, for some reason, I'm not looking forward to waking up in the morning and having to choose numerous things other than shorts and a t-shirt right now. I'm not ready to put that shit on yet.
Come on, man.
Putting that shit on is one of the huge perks of weather like this.
I know. I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense to me either, Dillon. Like, I am a cold weather person through and through, but for some reason, I'm not like. I think I'd be more excited if it wasn't highs in the 70s still and we had highs in the 60s.
I have my Wednesday outfit already picked out, like the first day of school. That's how excited I am.
Oh God,
I'm going tech vest.
What old ass shacket are you gonna run into this studio?
Hold on.
Jackets are out. They're on my out list. Did you not see my out list?
Guys like me, we don't have it.
Will you please make it an out list, Dave?
Oh, okay, I'll do it today.
Thank you.
Don't put a shacket on it, please. I think someone already
Dillon,
did.
shut up.
I did throw a heat-seeking missile your way on my in-out list for retail therapy.
I read it, but I forgot what it was.
Huaraches.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck you,
Barrett
dude.
even wrote for you. He goes, "This is a direct shot at Dillon." I was like, "No, it's not.
Yeah,
I
it
just
is.
think that there's other shoes out there right now that might play a little bit better."
Rest
Whatever.
in peace. It's killed in cold blood.
It's all right, man. Shackets will never go out, though, as long as I'm around.
Mr. Take Off Your Pants and Shacket, Dillon Shivery.
Very happy to be here. After an excellent weekend, another excellent one coming up, like we've already talked about. I want to announce that I've finally accepted something that's been staring me in the face for weeks now, and I've resisted.
The fact that you stink, baby.
I've resisted, and I've been slow to accept.
Thank you for saying a more G-rated version of what I wanted to say.
Was it this? Never mind.
You doing the Trump thing? Anyway, the reality that I have finally accepted is that
Say it.
Texas is the best team in the country.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Texas is the best team in the country, and I finally am able to admit it. Every other team is flawed in some way. Texas is not a perfect team, but they are the closest thing to it in the country right now. And it's a fun ride. I'm enjoying every second of it. And another big weekend coming up with those Bulldogs coming in town.
What do you say to people who say that Texas hasn't played anybody?
I would say that they played the defending national champions at their place.
How does that age, though?
They played an excellent defense from Oklahoma.
What about their offense?
Oklahoma's offense?
Yeah, like
Absolute dog
Where do
shit.
they rank, though?
Almost last, if not.
Okay.
They're terrible.
Okay. You realize how this ends, right?
Yeah.
They're going to beat Georgia, and then
Stop.
when do the Hogs come in?
You've been high on Texas.
I'm just trying to bring you down a little bit for the sake of the show, because there's people that are at home like, I really wish this guy would like find another bag, and I'm not.
Look,
I'm speaking for them.
Texas
when do the
is-
Hogs roll in?
The Texas defense has been the real surprise of the year.
Can you answer You're dodging the Hog.
What'd you say? I'm not dodging the hog. I've got Jaquindon on the schedule. I understand all that.
I'm just saying.
You're kind of dodging the hog.
It kind of
I'm
feels
not
like
dodging any hog. I'm accepting the hog,
this is
man.
classic Hog dodging.
You got
Hold
hog
on.
on
I'm
the
updating
sketch.
this. I'm updating the rundown.
Run it back.
Dillon
I'm not dodging any
dodging hog.
hog. Okay.
I'm just saying they've got a wild ride.
This
on that
defense has been.
offense. Colin Simmons. You can thank me for that, by the way.
Thank you for calling Simmons, David.
You can thank me. I
Thank
laid
you.
the groundwork for that.
I appreciate
because
it.
LSU was LSU or Texas, and look, I may have made some calls.
Thank you.
We're going to talk more later about some college burner accounts, which are somehow like the thing that outside of political tweets, it's the only thing getting served to me on my timeline lately. I had some OU college faceless burner accounts coming at me this weekend.
Was this about the Vortex bottle or something else?
No, it stemmed from the Vortex bottle, and then someone called me a poser because I had a tweet about Bama being underrated. So that bit went directly over this dumbass's head.
Whoosh.
And then I bookmarked the tweet, and then after the Texas game, I said something like, I don't remember what I said. I called him a bitch. And he said, "Don't you have a family? Don't you have 2 kids and a wife, whatever?" And I didn't want to engage more than I needed to, but I wanted to be like, yeah, okay.
Dads can call people
I'm a
bitches.
husband, I'm a father, but above all, I'm extremely online, and that's not going to stop. And so I can't really speak to your piece here.
Being online is what we do.
Just say, I'm the man.
I also didn't realize he was 22 when he called me a poser, and I was like, you can't be a 22-year-old burner account calling a dude a poser.
Burner account? That's so lame. What was his Avi?
I don't remember. So I mean, all the Avies are just old dudes, smoking a cigarette or drinking a beer.
Lame shit.
Sick, dude. Sick.
It wasn't what's the show?
Archer. Yeah, no, the new Archer account, the new Archer gent accounts are just the faceless college kid burner accounts where they use it as a way to use slurs without having any accountability for it.
Sure.
I'm already calling it. There's going to be a day of reckoning at some point, not like Papa John, but a different one where someone's going to figure out how to expose all these people, and these kids are just going to be like, "Oh fuck, I shouldn't have used the R word as many times in my response tweets as I have."
That's going to be the first cyber attack in World War III. It's going to be just unveiling burners.
Well,
that's what Felser did. Our old tech guy at Grand X, he did it when he was at Penn State. Remember that story?
Yeah, now that you mention it.
We covered this. It was a big story. We covered it, and then we hired him later on.
Was it Twitter or was it
It was one of those those sound off websites where you can just post rumors.
Real healthy place.
Rumors and just talk shit about people anonymously about people on your campus. So he got in there. He took the site down. He hacked it, took the site down. Then he added some code to it where he gathered everyone's information and relaunched the site on his own. And he let people post shit for a while, and then he exposed everyone. He put their actual names and what they said, and he got in a lot of trouble for it. A lot of trouble.
I'm gonna say that might have been worth it.
Yeah,
that's
he's
a legend.
That's like micro Silk Road.
Yeah.
What sucks is that with these burner accounts now, we would have been sitting at Grand X being all right, which one of these guys should we get to be our intern this summer? I don't know, this guy's been doing numbers lately.
Yeah.
We got some big announcements right now, okay? 12 days from now, we will be at the Gem Saloon in New York City for a listener meetup at 5 p.m. Saturday, October 26th, 5 p.m. at the Gem Saloon in New York City. You guys ready?
Costumes encouraged, but not mandatory.
Yeah, not mandatory, but encouraged. Should you and I go as the morph suit guys that do sex positions?
Maybe so. We already have one in the office. I guess it's the wrong color though, isn't it? Yeah, we can do that for sure.
I don't know if I can do a morph suit in New York City.
No.
I want to have that shit on.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, spooky season tomorrow. I know. I think it's a really easy way for podcasters to get a couple new listeners by saying dude, that was the best episode we've ever done. I'm not kidding when I say that. I don't know if I've laughed as hard as I did when Dave was Nikki the Knife on the last episode of Spooky Season, and I'm just forecasting some really good spooky seasons moving forward.
He was making money hand over fist.
Hand over fist.
It was a good time.
I don't know why, but when Dave said he was making money hand over fist, or you said something about making $8, which has a lot of money back then.
There was a lot of money back then. It was 76.
76.
We should we had also had Brent Rooker on.
Yeah.
You kind of buried the lead of Brent Rooker by being in your absolute bag.
Should we just release that one to the public?
I think we should cut some parts of it and maybe just put it up on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
My tubes.
Some shorts. Is that a thing still? People are still doing on YouTube, the YouTube shorts?
I'll be straight up honest with you. I'm glad that Randy's putting up shorts on YouTube for the boys, but at the same time, I use YouTube regularly, every day pretty much for my viewing purposes. I've watched about 5 total shorts in my entire life.
I couldn't agree more.
It's because you're old.
If I find myself scrolling shorts on YouTube, I know that I have something else in my life that can be more productive than doing that.
You're what is this, J. Crew?
Scrolling shorts.
Gotcha.
You get it.
You understand?
That's
You
good.
get it.
That's good.
You get it.
Come on.
It's like Abby.
Seriously.
I feel the same way about Reels on Instagram.
The studio audience hadn't gotten the joke yet, but they might come to them in a second. There it is.
Patreon.com/circlingbackpodcast. New patrons get a week free. You can also sign up for an annual subscription.
Like, what is this? Harper with Pierpoint?
I don't get that one yet, but I might one day.
She's shorted it.
Oh, well, here's the thing, Dillon. You should probably get up on that show because it's kind of in the zeitgeist right now.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is geisty.
That makes
isn't
me
it?
not want to watch it.
Dude, it's a little bit geisty outside.
Yeah, it's almost like it's on the
Yeah.
Today Show. It's such Willie Geist
It's
material.
Oh.
It's not geisty outside.
Hold on to
geisty,
your
dude.
hats, dude. You step outside, you might catch a geist.
I hate what y'all are doing.
Yeah. Kind of in my
Yeah.
zeisty bag. I'm done
For now.
for the moment.
now.
For the moment, go subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/circlingback.
Dude, can I complain real quick?
You can.
You know, people will be like, hey, what's up? Where's the new Circling Back? It's not up on Spotify yet. I was that guy on Wednesday before my connecting flight because I really wanted to listen. And I was just like,
Spotify fucking sucks right now.
I was like, where's the episode?
So, like, I'm just gonna put my hand up. For a long time, I was like, let's just only promote Spotify because, like, we can watch video there. Spotify's acquiring podcasts at a rapid clip. Like, let's up our Spotify numbers. They are doing everything in their power to make it so people hate using Spotify. They stink, baby.
They do stink, baby.
I mean, they had a moment for a minute there. They were kind of in the ZG for a little bit, but now it's like,
They were geisty.
what?
Can we not do geisty? Geisty's better than it's in the zeitgeist. It's just such a nerdy phrase.
What?
Huh? I don't see
Do you
what you're
understand
saying.
what we're trying to say?
Y'all
though?
heard me. Yeah. Heard you loud and clear.
It's very in the zeitgeist.
It's geisty. We'll stick to that. I mean, I'm not going to say it personally, but if y'all would use that term around me, I would appreciate it.
I don't know. It's not popular enough.
It's not geisty enough.
Geisty isn't in the zeitgeist yet. I
Yeah,
don't
if
think,
when
yeah.
when
That's
geisty gets in the zeitgeist, we might start using it a little bit more.
The term zeitgeist is in the zeitgeist right now.
He gets it.
It's geisty.
Very accurate, Dillon. Thank you for that.
Bro, let's go out this weekend. There's a crazy event happening.
I like to turn up.
Bro, there's a crazy event happening.
Let's just go have fun and let go with it.
Little Woodrows, let's go.
Recapping this weekend and fun presented by our friends over at Orgain. You know we're all about gains.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Clearly.
look at Dillon right now. You couldn't catch Dillon in a medium-sized shirt.
Absolutely not.
It just simply wouldn't be happening. Dude, Orgain's got brand new 30-gram complete protein shakes that offer protein-packed real nutrition designed to satisfy your cravings without all the sugar. We famously hate sugar here, except for me when I accidentally eat 10 Starbursts because Randy bought a bag and put them next to my desk.
Limit your sugar intake. It's
But
a
here's the
silent
thing.
killer.
I'm drinking Orgains just to make sure that my sugar intake goes back down a little bit.
That's good,
You know
man.
what I mean? Here's the thing. Orgain will give you the energy to keep going. It provides muscle support and recovery. It helps maintain a healthy lifestyle. It even helps manage hunger and promotes healthy weight management in combination with diet and exercise. What's there not to love in their Orgain 30-gram protein shakes? Are you serious, Clark?
Yes.
These things went quick around the office.
We
Like-
deleted them.
like 6 days tops. They sent us some, and I mean, every morning you come in, big games over there.
I think he had like 3 a day.
I think he was drinking a lot.
They were calling him Big Gain at one point.
If that's true, they were.
That's true.
But here's the thing. It's convenient, real nutrition. It's just great. Only 1 gram of sugar per serving, made without soy ingredients, made with no artificial flavors or sweeteners. Orgain's 30-gram protein shakes are available at Costco and Orgain.com. If you want to get in on the delicious protein-packed nutrition today, head to Orgain.com/STEAM and use code STEAM for 20. Yes, I said 20% off your order. Once again, that's ORGAIN.com/STEAM for 20% off. And make sure you use our promo code STEAM so they know that we sent you. Dillon, what'd you get into?
Thank you for asking. I did something I've never done before, and that's go to ACL all 3 days, which is crazy for me.
Yeah, no offense. You're too old for that shit, dude.
Dude,
If I'm too old for that shit, you're too old for that shit.
Have you blown your nose yet?
Oh, yeah.
That's always a fun.
Apparently, people are having some like respiratory issues because of all the dust.
Oh, after going last Sunday, I was hacking stuff up all week last week.
I get it.
I didn't want to go back last night because I was just like, I don't want to go down this road again.
Very dry and dusty out there.
I had to do one of these after I forgot my my bandana.
Yeah, I get it. The weather was hot midday.
Is that really how you walked around?
But it actually cooled
Walking
down quite
out,
a
yes.
bit.
The
Cooled down
down dollar
quite a
crowd
bit
was
at night,
bad.
so the weather was pleasant at night anyway. You want me to rank the shows that I saw from like best to? They were all good.
I don't think he needs to.
I'm interested because you know what? I am because I'm ready to jump in and pounce.
Okay.
I'm in my ready stance.
I think I know your number one. No, start from the bottom, then get here.
I started from the bottom. Now I'm here.
Yeah, that's what I was doing first.
I'm
That
going to
song
say
is so out of the ZG.
I'm going to say this one.
Dude, that song is not in the
Y'all
Geist.
know this is not my genre at all. Blink is my last, but I enjoyed Blink.
Okay.
I want to be clear.
Okay.
I enjoyed all of them. Blink, they have a ton of energy still. Watching Travis Barker do his thing was actually like pretty fucking cool.
Well, when Dave and I went and saw him at Moody Center, they did this whole thing where they like during his drum solo part, they just raised his platform like above the stage, and he was just floating around. I don't know,
It was very
at least 60 feet above the stage.
Very Iron Maiden.
He was the most impressive one on.
Or
By the
Motley
way,
Crue.
I didn't realize that it's just the three of them.
Yeah,
they don't
dude.
have anybody else.
Yeah, dog.
That's pretty sick.
That's,
Well, you know-
that's what punk bands be doing.
Blink 182. 182. I made that up.
Okay. I thought you really had something there.
No. I was just.
I left impressed with Blink and like I get it.
Okay.
I get it.
Okay.
The banter's fun too.
I'm not going to add their shit to my playlist, but I get
Come
it.
on.
There's a couple.
Travis
I can forward
Barker-
you some songs you might like.
Travis Barker is worth the price of admission on.
Yeah, he's incredible.
He
I
is.
don't really look up things that are like, oh, the best drummers of all time or anything like that. But Travis Barker is such an entertaining drummer, and
Yeah.
he goes so fast.
So
It's
much
just
energy,
like
man.
this guy rules.
Yeah. Okay. Moving along. I'm gonna put Dua next if we're working up, and just because I don't really, I don't love her music. I love her though. She is something else.
I like some of her songs.
I don't hate her songs, but
Dude doesn't
I
like
just-
levitating? Like what?
it's fine.
Levitate's a top 10 pop song of the last 8 years.
Her crowd was absolutely massive. She is spectacular in many ways.
Shout out to whoever's running her PR and like, you know what? You're going to go all in on Austin and you're going to go to all the spots and people are going to love you there, even if they don't even care about your music. Like you're always going to have a place there.
She went to some local spots that I was pretty impressed that whoever's in charge of that found.
Moving up, I'm gonna put. So I only caught 2 songs of Sturgill because we kind of caught it on the way out after we saw Red Clay Strays, and he sounded great.
I'm sure he did, man.
He sounded great.
Oh.
After that, I'm gonna say Leon Bridges. I love Leon Bridges. I love his voice. Very talented young man from Fort
Fort Worth,
Worth.
Texas.
He's kind of out of the Geist right now, but he's always going to go.
He did the show Friday, then he caught the Texas OU, which I thought was cool. He was at the game.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
They let him sing that natty anthem or what?
I don't believe so.
What about O Canada?
the Natty Anthem.
They didn't sing "O Canada" before that game.
Okay.
So he's number 3. Number 2, Red Clay Strays, who I absolutely love. Their music is great. They put on I caught them last night. They put on a fantastic show. They sounded great.
I think I'm going to start listening to them more, based on
They're so good.
your enjoyment of them, and based on the people that I know whose music tastes are similar to mine are also Red Clay Strays fans.
They have ascended to probably my favorite band going right now, which is a hell of a statement. I understand. And then number 1, Stapleton sounded so fucking good. He was
Stapes, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I was blown away by how good he sounded.
His stuff with the Steel Drivers is actually a little bit better, but yeah, he's really good, man.
He was awesome. He closed with Tennessee Whiskey, but before he actually got into the song, he introduced his band in the tune of Tennessee Whiskey, which I thought was pretty creative. It was just awesome. I didn't know his wife was his backup singer.
I don't know that either.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Family man. It's a family affair.
So Stapleton was my number 1. Yeah.
Okay.
When he introduced them, did they do like a little like little solo? Like that was the bass guitar, for example.
Well, they started
Do it again,
playing
one
like
more time.
softly the music behind.
From Muscle Shoals, Alabama, Mr.
Yeah, they did that, but he
Zaddy
did it.
Geist.
He sang it like he was singing Tennessee Whiskey. See what I
This
mean?
guy is good
Yeah,
playing the guitar. That's how I would
kind
have
of like
done it.
that. But he sounded a little bit better than you. No offense.
He's got. It's hard to argue. I don't know if anybody in country music has better pipes than him.
I am not going to argue.
He's a world class voice.
He has a world class voice. It puts on a hell of a show too.
Big crowd.
Really, not quite Dua big, but big.
It's kind of nice being at ACL, seeing country acts who don't command the same crowds as the pop acts, because you can just kind of slide right in.
Man, Red Clay Strays played right after Chapel Roan and during Dom Dalla, which I'm not familiar.
I want to thank Dom Dalla for taking everyone away from every other stage.
So-
thank you, Dom, for shoveling everyone towards your stage so that everything else is very freed
Chelsea
up.
and I got real close for Red Clay because it just wasn't a massive crowd, and man, it was so
We did the
good.
same for Sturgill last weekend, and Dom Dalla truly took so many people away from the crowd that it was just like, oh, if every music festival was like this, I'd
It was
never miss a
great.
day.
It was really, really great.
Chris and Dua have a duet together.
They do. I think I'm in love with you. I'm not saying that to you. That's the name of the song.
Okay.
And it's really good.
That would have been cool if they could have
I was-
hopped on a SpaceX and just like met up over the festival.
I was
and
low
done
key
it.
hoping for it, but they didn't play on the same night.
Logistically.
If they played on the same night, they may have, worked something out. But
Okay.
yeah,
Wait, so who is playing against Stapleton?
Blink.
Blink.
Oh, it's Blank.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we caught a few songs of Blink and spun it over to Stapleton is what we did. I think we played it perfectly. It's the most fun I've ever had at a music festival.
Damn.
Other than that,
praise.
I watched my number one Texas Longhorns just absolutely embarrass the Sooners from Oklahoma, and that was very enjoyable for me.
It was going to happen sooner or later.
This guy.
A+ weekend for your boy. A+ all around. I yield my time to Dave.
I'm still laughing at this guy.
I know. I went off.
Hold on. Do you want help out of the bag? I can help you out. I can just
Dude, I'm
unzip it.
drowning this bag right now.
Oh, you may have noticed. I was not here last Wednesday. That's because I hopped on a plane to Raleigh by way of Nashville, I spent Wednesday night. I rented a car. Shout out to Sixt.
Don't shout out Six.
They got me in that Chevy Traverse.
Don't
upgrade.
shout out Six.
They got me in that Chevy Traverse upgrade.
You're paying so little for Six that it makes you feel like if anything bad happens, you're just going to get absolutely killed.
I'm waiting to see. They have 24 hours to send me the deal, and I am anticipating. I got in that car and I drove straight down to Southern Pines, just south of Pinehurst way, and stayed the night down there at the. Actually, stayed at the Pine Needles place in the Bogies Lodge, golf.
Very fitting for you.
Yeah. If only they'd had like a double Bogies Lodge, that would have been there and right at home, right?
Yeah.
Woke up very early. Went and had a breakfast, and then I had they shuttled me over to Mid Pines, which is the course across the street that's in their network.
They named that after Dillon.
Probably not.
Because you're like the mid version of Chris Pines, which isn't that bad.
He's handsome.
Yeah, I'd take that.
He's good in
Yeah,
that
I
one.
would love for people to say
Good in that
about
one
me.
that one of y'all just watched. That movie. Anyway,
Keep going.
I haven't watched a full movie in years.
We all just watched that Chris Pine movie. You did.
Oh, Hell or High
Yes.
Noon?
Water.
Hell or High Water?
Yeah.
Hell or High Noon, that's combining a different Western.
That'd be tight.
That would be tight.
I don't think cowboys drink hard seltzers very often.
No.
Oh God,
Dude,
thanks for reminding me. I
Whiskey
gotta
for my
compare.
men, high noons for my horses.
They'll kick you out of the Dick Saloon for doing something like that.
Oh yeah, you order a high noon in the Dick Saloon.
They keep it back behind the bar just to test people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They've got the high dudes there.
Yeah.
DOO. Shout out Mr. Ernst. Anyway, played Mid Pines, and this was highly, highly recommended. When I put out some feelers to people who are into the golf zeitgeist, they were like, "Look,
Yeah, it looks beautiful, David.
Pinehurst, obviously, yeah, great courses there, but some lesser known or lesser talked about ones. These are really great. Mid Pine's a personal favorite for some. I was like, all right, we'll see about it. Went down, played it, got paired up with a guy. Shout out to Tony Jett, who my playing partner that morning, who was in town from Napa. So we just went out there and had a day.
It looks fucking perfect out there, David.
It's I came in this morning, I said top 3 course I've played. I'm gonna like give it a week, and I think it may ascend to the top.
Do you get pre-round anxiety when it comes to a round like that,
Yeah.
where you're like, okay, I got one opportunity to play this course over the next 10 years. I'm on vacation, so a bad round can really set my mindset back. Like, I always feel so much pressure to play at least okay on these rounds.
Yeah, no, I like set the something I've been working on is setting an intention. I like to set my intention for the day and for the round of golf. So on the range where I was hitting it pretty well, I was like, my mindset was just go out there and enjoy the course. Please just hit some good shots. And if you lose a ball, like, it's not that big of a deal yet. You're going to have a bad hole or two.
Well, Tony Jett's not going to, tell you to.
Tony's. He had his worst round in 3 years.
Tony, dude.
Sorry, Tony. I lost one ball that day. There's like one hole with water, so that's not like a super crazy feat. But I loved it, man. It is just getting out of Central Texas and going into the perfect weather. Pants pullover, peel the pullover on hole 3 or 4.
That's what's up, man.
That's what you want.
I'm like, the golf trip that I'm going on next month, part of the reason I'm so excited for it isn't just because I'm going on a golf trip. It's because I know that I'm going to be able to wear exactly what I want to wear on a golf course, which is just like a pullover, collared shirt, comfy pants, roll out there. There's no better feeling.
Yeah. I have more confidence playing in pants. I don't know what that means or where that comes from, but that's just how I am.
Well, it's kind of a tacit signal that you're not going to get beaten down by the heat around hole number 15 and then just be taking lazy swings all the way in.
Yeah. That's true. And I don't have to stare down at my little calves.
Did Will just say tacit?
Did you hear what he did?
He said tacit. I like your caps, Dave.
You do?
Yeah, I didn't see that until we started recording. That's a sexy ass cap.
So it's from Pinehurst. I did not get to play any of those courses. I had a chance to play Saturday, but I played 2 rounds while I was up there. One at Mid Pines, one at Legacy, which is like a Nicholas course where like the wedding party played. And I do have one complaint about that course, and that is when we did stumble upon the beverage cart on hole 7 or 8, she just dropped this on us. I'm cash only. We don't have a card reader yet. They don't have a card reader yet.
Who carries cash all the time?
Can I just tell you, it is 2024. We got to start accepting cards.
At least have a little QR Venmo situation going.
Yeah. So I had 1 beer on that, which was probably the move because I had something that night. I was in town for a wedding. My cousin got married, so shout out to my cousin and her now husband. It was a great time. Love Southern Pines. Love Pinehurst. Totally dig it. Walked around that little town square in Southern Pines. Found a nice pizza place right next to our place. Betsy's Crepes in Southern Pines. I had a Huevos Rancheros crepe.
What?
Ooh.
No one's doing Huevos Rancheros crepes?
And
Fire?
I have a problem when I'm on vacation with like eating enough. I find myself like with less of an appetite, and I don't know if that's just because I drink
I'm the
a lot.
opposite.
I think it's because I drink too much. But I was like, I went in with, I kind of like set this intention before I left my hotel that I was going
Intentional
to.
Dave is so fucking different.
It was just like I was actually meditating on it. And I was like, I'm going to eat 3 like loaded meals today. Your boy went Huevos Rancheros crepe. I wasn't done. Went blueberry waffles.
Shit.
Stuffed. It was stuffed with blueberries. And I went so hard. Black coffee. I was sitting at the bar at Betsy's. It was a scene. So good. Barely made it back to the hotel. It was like waving at family, wanted to
Dude,
stop.
you must
to
have looked
talk.
like Augustus Gloop, just puffed up like a blueberry, just rolling you back.
It was bad. It was bad. We almost had a real problem in Southern Pines. Oh, man. Dinner that night. It was great. It was all in all a very, very fun trip. And shout out to the family. I might have some new listeners, some cousins who've discovered that I do in fact make money on this, and so they might be listening for the first time. They're like, "Wait, you do that for real? Like, how do you
For real?
I did answer that question a couple times. How do you make somehow?
I want to put my hand up. It wasn't Augustus Gloop. It was Violet Beauregard.
Yeah.
Don't try to cuck me right now, Randy. Get out of here.
I decided not to correct you because I was going to let other people go.
Hey, that was a quick rebound from your boy.
Shout out to Veruca Salt. How did she go?
I bet her.
Was it like the nuts?
I don't know.
Think of like the
Sounds like an
squirrels.
OnlyFans girl.
Yeah, we had fun. And then, shout out to the Raleigh airport yesterday.
What did a player do in Nashville over his little layover?
I went to a I had a very average chicken salad. Cobb salad with chicken, I should say.
Oh, see, I don't trust airport salads.
It wasn't great.
You're asking for food poisoning.
And I got to see what exactly everybody in Nashville looks like they're in the right place. It's a lot of dudes who look like they're going to end up on Brett's Spotify.
I get what you're saying.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to be hearing from you. You're going to somehow have 2 million streams on Spotify, even though like your shit's trash. No offense. And I will tell you, the Austin to Nashville flight, that's also a scene. That is a big scene. The Raleigh airport, I posted up yesterday with my 2-hour, I dropped my sister off. And she had an early flight, and I had some time to kill. So I did something I've never done before. I had chicken tenders and a Guinness while waiting. No coffee, no caffeine yesterday. Went pre-flight Guinness.
Why? Why no caffeine?
Didn't want to risk it.
Okay.
The Raleigh airport, well, it's fine. Their bathroom situation wasn't it wasn't a Buc-ee's, that's all I'll say.
You know what's even like worse about traveling alone in that situation? It's that if nature does call, you don't have anyone to watch your bags.
Yeah.
And so you're giving up your good spot sitting at the terminal.
100%.
And then like you have to go to the bathroom and hope that you're going to get another spot. But as you get closer and closer to the flight, it's like, no, this isn't going to happen.
Yeah. No, I encountered that a number of times. And I don't like bringing all my stuff into the bathroom anyway. It's just, it's an airport bathroom.
Nah, player.
I want to limit what I bring in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's what I'm leaving is the real story. Anyway, we had ourselves a great weekend. Just shout out to my new friends in the Cappuccino family and my old friends in the Tallarico family. Just a lot of syllables, and that's what we're doing, and we're having a great time.
Cappuccino is maybe the greatest last name.
Did you do any Nicky the Knife impressions while you were there? It seems like a good spot for it.
No, I kind of left that one. I'm hoping
stayed
they
in
don't-
character the whole time. At the
Dave
wedding?
gets up to do a speech, and they're like, "Why is he talking like this?" I've listened to his podcast before. He doesn't talk like this except for
yeah.
one
Oh
episode.
boy!
I'm hoping they don't stumble upon that. The knife.
Nicky the Knife. What a character!
We'll never hear from him again.
Oh,
Yeah, we
you
will.
can't.
He'll
He's
be
not
back.
Bullshit.
He'll be
You
back.
can't.
He'll be back.
I might demand that he comes back at some point.
Okay.
All right, Will.
Classic Austin weekend, man. Friday night went to
Metal Ranchos.
walked up a little late to the dinner while the waiter was taking everyone's order. I absolutely buckled under the pressure. Got tacos al carbone, which is usually my stock order. Didn't really want it that night for some reason. Wanted to mix it up. Thought about going carne asada, but didn't do it. Have to say, tortillas very soggy.
Oh.
They need to fix that because it was not a great tacos al carbone. Saturday, just sat around watching football all day. Went to my friend Hot Collins' place for the second half of the UT game. And then ended up buying some tickets for the U.S. men's national team game. First team under our new coach, Mauricio Pochettino. Not Italian Dillon, Argentinian.
Shocking, but yeah, I know. I
Had
knew
a
that.
very good time at that game. Atmosphere at a U.S. men's national team game at the Q2 Stadium in Austin, Texas, somehow does not even get close to the atmosphere of an Austin FC game. Like
Really?
It was very, very subdued the entire time, but it was cool. I'd never seen Pulisic play. I'd never seen a lot of the big USA guys play. So I was like, all right, let's do this. Ended up having a good time. They won 2-0, hung out at the stadium for a little while after, let traffic clear out. People were kind of rattled by what I was ordering for my drink there.
Oh, boy.
I had exactly 2 Heinekens on draft.
What?
Dude,
Ooh.
I don't know.
Heine?
So hot.
Hit him with the Heine?
They were so good. They were absolutely hitting. It was a good time. And then, yesterday did ACL. Very brief stint at ACL. Sally wanted to go see Chapel Roan, as that is her current, probably favorite recording artist going right now. So we piled in, ended up angling for a decent spot on the right side of the stage and had a good time. I have to say, she puts on a great show. I would love to see her in concert again in a more controlled situation where I have a seat.
Let's play a little game called What Will the Wait Be at Metal Ranchos this Friday if you arrive at 6:30. We got the weather. We have Georgia fans coming in town for the big game. We have F1 weekend. You arrive at 6:30, a party of 5. What's the wait?
90 minutes.
Dude, it's the only time in my life that I'll say this, that it's 3 hours is in play. Like, I've never been there when 3 hours is in play. This weekend might be the only weekend where a party might arrive and they might get the 3 hour nod.
Party of 5, Friday night?
A party of 5 might be easier.
I'm going to say at least 800 minutes.
It just feels like a long time.
Are you doing a party of 5 bit?
Do the math.
I don't want to do the math. It's a lot of hours.
Yeah, I can't do that. Yeah, it's going to be brutal.
It's over 10 hours.
I will be declining any Matt's invite on Friday night this week. Like, no questions asked.
Ooh, I kind of want to go.
No.
I kind of want to get there early enough to I don't have to wait 3 hours.
The difference between you and I is that you don't have a 3-year-old who you'd have to chase around the restaurant for the entire 3 hours of waiting.
Famously don't have a 3-year-old.
Yeah,
I just reached out to Matt himself. He
What'd he
said their
say?
estimated wait time for that is 525,600 minutes.
Seasons of
Why is he giving you minutes?
We're doing minutes this weekend.
Dave, I submitted that song for my Music Fantasy League the other day, and it was widely panned.
It's kind of a bop.
I said the same thing. I don't think that they listened to it. Whatever. I'm not going to get down that road. Did Chapel, had a good time. Just shocked by the amount of people that created a crowd surge to get to Dom Dalla from Chapel Roan. To all the to all the women in their 50s who were just shoving people to the side because like they just felt emboldened and like they could treat younger people worse for some reason. I was just very put off by these women just throwing people to the side and banging into people.
Oh my God.
Very nasty women.
When we were at Dua Lipa, we had a decent spot. It was shoulder to shoulder. I mean, packed. About 3 songs in, this couple came and stood right in front of Chelsea and me. And like almost like stepped on my toes. Like he was like right in my shit. And they were like hooking up basically. Like over the shirt stuff, but they were just going at it. It was so aggressive. Everyone like spread out, like gave them room. Like they were like causing a scene.
Did they do that?
Spread out.
No, they didn't. It was disgusting.
People when you're
Randy?
standing in an already like appropriately dispersed crowd and somebody just goes and because I like to keep a little distance from the person in front of me. If someone tries to take that spot, I'm officially at the age where I'll just go, really? Right there in front of me?
He had his arms around her and he was just feeling everywhere, like sucking on her neck and they were French kissing. It was so nasty. And this wasn't like
hot.
They weren't attractive, is what you're trying to say.
If you made a list of couples that you would like to see, if they had a sex tape, like, oh, I want to watch
sex tape.
These people wouldn't be on your list.
But are they so not on the list that it's like, okay, I kind of do want to see just because it's so unappealing?
No.
Oh wow, that's the worst place to be, like right in the middle.
It was bad, man. They were putting on a show, and everyone was just laughing and giving them space because they also were very drunk and were like almost falling over. It was such a bad.
It's kind of hot.
It wasn't.
If you're listening right now, people, hit us up.
So it's a situation where 2 people are like hooking up in front of you and you're more turned off than anything.
Yeah, it was just everyone just looking like, ugh. Like look at these people.
All the dust.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway.
Great weekend. Sounds like we all fucking banged it out this weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we crushed it.
We did.
Shopify. Let's hear from our friends over at Shopify. When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, Aloe, Allbirds, Skims, they do some numbers. You know that. You see that stuff everywhere. You think about a great product, a cool brand, brilliant marketing, but an often overlooked secret is that the businesses behind the business really make selling for shoppers and buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Here at Wash Media, within the confines of this studio, we actually use Shopify to run our store, and we do that for very specific reasons. The first of which is that they rule. Make it very easy to sell anything. Dillon can even update the site, which is pretty amazing considering his skill around the computer these days.
Thank you, Will.
I even go to him and say, I don't know how to do this. Can you actually do this for me? And yeah, he knocks it out.
Bam, just like that.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet, which if you're looking for somewhere to sell your products, having the #1 checkout on the planet is usually a good thing. The not so secret is that with Shop Pay, it boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're going into business or trying to grow your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Shopify just simply makes it so freaking easy. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that we use. Sign up for the $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/circling, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/circling to upgrade your selling today. Again, shopify.com/circling. I was pretty heavily on the TL, especially on Saturday this week. I had nothing to do but sit on the couch, watch football. I decided to just fire off tweets all day. And something that was bubbling up a few weeks ago really came to a head today. We talked about those college burner accounts. It's all the rage. These college kids are just being wild ass on Twitter and saying whatever they want, whether it's PC or not. And now something else has happened. They've been tweeting their game day fits. You know, kind of like you're going to, it's like Batman looking at his bat suit. Is that what you call it? The bat suit?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like this one, for example, here, the guy's got, a pair of pants. He's got his duck boots, an SEC needlepoint belt. That's a nice touch. A plastic bag with Adderall in it.
Okay.
And a Tennessee quarter zip, a Tennessee tech material polo, and some Costas.
You don't need the SEC belt. We get it. The Tennessee logo suffices. Like, we know who you're supporting conference-wise.
My mom actually made me an NHL belt at one point.
That's fucking sick.
I don't fit in it anymore, even though it is objectively sick.
With all the teams? Or just it said NHL?
Most of the classic teams. I originally thought it was original six. When my memory serves me, it's original six, but it's not. There's a lot of teams on there that aren't.
Bonus points for having an updated SEC belt with Texas and OU on it.
Here's the thing, dude. This dude's frat. He has the money that he can just throw around for needlepoint belts from Smathers and Branson, dude. He just gets it. And these dudes now are just getting absolutely roasted for not wearing polos that are above a size medium. We have a big content guy tweet here that's amplifying this. I also have a couple other tweets that signify some things here.
Oh, that's tough.
We've got someone said Tim Walt's nightmare fuel and shows a Peter Millar summer comfort shirt. And then someone said Walt's most certainly ain't afraid of a dude wearing a size medium. And then the third tweet is a guy tweeting out his Peter Millar, and he's covering up the size, which signals that it's a small or a medium, because people are just getting roasted.
He's looking for the bag.
He could be a man of size. It could be
got a bag?
Yeah, do you think he's covering up a quadruple XL right there?
It could be. I don't know.
Like, can you guys imagine having the audacity as a man to wear a size medium polo shirt?
Of all things to get roasted for, being like a normally built person is like... so funny.
I think it's hilarious that these guys are tweeting out their tech material polos as if it's some big flex. It's even funnier that they're getting killed for not wearing a large or above.
Most people own these now.
Randy, you can look as hard as you want on there. You're not going to come to any conclusions regarding this.
His thumb looks tiny.
Yeah, I mean, you know that meme of like the dude holding the sandwich like really aggressively? He's holding his chicken sandwich, and you can see the thumb go into the chicken sandwich, and people are like, "Let go of it, dude! No one's gonna take your chicken sandwich." That's how this dude is holding his polo.
You can't. There's nothing on the tag that y'all try to find.
Dude, I'm gonna start checking my boys' tags when I go out and see what they're wearing. Yeah. I'm gonna just walk up to my absolute boys in the bar and just peel it back and go, "Oh, dude,
I might have to check my rollback order. Let them know, like,
Can we
have to dirty
Can
bulk
we
for a little
ask
bit.
Roback, because Dave and I are famously medium boys? Can we ask Roback if they can sew some large tags in there for
custom
us?
tags?
Yeah.
Just so you don't get aired out.
Dude, if I'm Millar right now, I'm changing the sizing across the board so that like medium dudes fit into larges.
Yeah.
You know,
This is so funny.
That's a tough way to go, especially when you didn't have to post.
I like that big content guy is all over this. He's going to keep us well updated.
Oh yeah.
Just never fails, is what he said.
Always a medium.
My favorite skate brand back in the day was called Medium. It's a rollerblade brand, or a rollerblade like streetwear brand, I guess you could say. And it's just Medium.
Dude, I'm surprised you had never heard of Baker skateboards.
No, I was not familiar.
I had a Baker zip up sweatshirt that I wore like every single day to, I don't even know what grade it was, 10th grade or something. Just couldn't take that thing off. I was like, dude, people probably think I smoke weed because it says Baker.
Sick.
I didn't smoke weed,
Oh, okay.
nor did I drink. I was straight edge.
You don't
Good
even
for you.
burn.
I don't burn.
You don't burn.
Need a dealer in Austin, Texas if I want to do that. Don't give that look, Randy.
There was a lot of ACL on the Barn Springs, a lot of weed shop setups right there.
I had
And
a
saw like Delta 9, Delta 8.
the girl that woman-splained all the Chapel Roan songs to me at Weekend One. Let me know that she deals weed if I need somebody.
The smell of weed,
I thought she was a cop.
I now associate with music festivals.
Yeah.
You know, like a
That's fair.
smell will like bring you to a place. That's where it brings me now.
Because you don't burn otherwise.
Because everyone there's smoking dope.
You've had a joint on your desk for 6 months.
I can't
Smoking
believe
with what's a squad joint?
Dude, the amount of nicotine vapes that I saw yesterday at Chapel Roan was it was unspeakable how many people were just like changing out their cartridges and like from Elf bars to whatever the small little USB looking ones were. Like these weren't weed ones. Like these were
Escobars.
straight up fucking, yeah. I could not believe every single person. And I'm looking at these like, there's like a group of girls in front of us who I thought were like 15 years old and they're just sitting there chiefing on these things like it's nothing.
Not good.
I miss the old school days, man. When I was going to concerts a lot, when I was like in high school, like people would pass joints around to strangers and stuff, and it was just like a thing. Nobody does that anymore, do they?
Well, Chapel Roan, Weekend One. I definitely hit the joint of the girl next to me
That's
that was
great.
telling me what was going on.
Very nice.
I thought to myself after, this is a very nice girl. She's here alone. My buddy took it first, and I was like, you know what? Let's take it back. Sometimes to go forward, you got to go back, and I feel like in the old days,
Yeah.
you don't turn that down.
I don't know. I get it's just not in the geist like it used to be.
It's not as geisty. I had something weird happen over the weekend that I'd like to talk out with you guys. That brings up some questions regarding social norms.
Let's get into it.
Okay. Saturday morning, beautiful morning outside. My dog has had a lot of energy lately. I think she's got a new lease on life after having a hip issue, and she's just absolutely running everywhere. Standing outside with her, trying to tire her out. And I'm in the corner of my yard. Hand up, I should have brought my trash can in the day before. I left it out 2 nights. Not proud of that, but it happened. So I'm standing there, and this couple's walking by with their boxer, and I don't think they saw me.
Which corner? Sorry, I'm just trying to paint a picture
Of my yard, like the one
like-
closer to the intersection.
Okay.
Okay, so they're walking down the middle of the street like people do. People walk their dogs by us all the time. Rosie lets them know, what up?
Of course.
And I don't think they saw me, and she walks over to our garbage can and drops the poop in it.
Empty. Correct? Was it empty at this
Empty
point?
garbage can, yeah.
Right.
Empty garbage can. I personally am okay with people doing what she did on a larger scale. I think it should be acceptable that if a trash can is out there and you're walking around with a bag of poop, you know what? Who's it going to harm? I'm throwing diapers in there. I'm throwing whatever in there. It's a stinky trash can no matter how you draw it up. She immediately, after closing the trash can, looks and sees me, and I can see that she's a little rattled right now.
That would rattle me as well.
And so I give her a good morning.
Oh.
But there's also a part of me that just wanted to simply say, hey, thanks for your dog's shit. But I am pro people being able to do this. The couple then said good morning in a very hushed and quick way.
Oh.
picked up the dog and then fast walked away from our house as if like they had totally done something completely wrong. And while I didn't necessarily want them to be putting the dog shit in there in front of me, I think that has to be done while the yard is empty and no one's sitting on the front porch. Like, it was just a very awkward and uncomfortable situation where I was like, yeah, they feel guilty because they know that they shouldn't have done it with me. Like, what do you do in this situation? Do you like should no one ever have to confront this?
You have to own it, because if you were doing something that in the back of your mind, if the homeowner saw you do it, you would feel the need to pick up your boxer and fast walk out of there. Then you probably you probably weren't confident enough to do it in the first place. So they probably they should have owned it. If that's what they were going to do, you got to do it with conviction. Like, yeah, you left your trash can out. It's poop again. It's poop time.
I would have addressed it with you. I would have been like, do you want me to remove that?
That's the thing. Like,
I
think I'm so coy in those situations that I think I would have been like, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't see you there. I know that's kind of a shitty move.
I've done this many, many times, but I always make sure that it's not an empty trash can. That just feels more disrespectful to me.
You don't want to hear the thud as your dog's shit hits the bottom of someone
else's trash can. If you're adding a bag of poop to a filled trash can that's about to be emptied, it's totally different than, because that's going to sit in your trash can for the next week. I'm assuming it's a once a week thing.
Oh, yeah. You know what could happen, and this has happened to me. You dump one in there, then all the stuff piles on it, and it'll flatten it out. And a lot of times it gets stuck.
Oh,
and it doesn't go out with the trash. So you open it up to put a bag in the next week.
I didn't even think about that, Dave.
Just steaming hot dew.
Dude, your brain is huge right now. I didn't even think about this.
Dude, I'm fucking
only
different.
drop it into a soon to be emptied trash can is my personal take on the
Again,
matter.
I don't blame them for doing the move, because that's a move that I've employed numerous times. Like, if anything, there's times when I'm walking with a bag of dog poop and I'm like, I wish anyone had their trash can out right now.
Yeah.
How many days past trash day was the trash can out, you said?
This was Saturday morning. So, and we do trash day on Thursday morning.
So that's sitting in
I'm sorry, on Friday morning. So I should have had that out of there. This was almost, the powers that be, their way of punishing me for keeping it out that extra night.
But that's 6 days in your trash can.
Yeah. With nothing on top of it.
You know what I mean? Yeah, they should have addressed it. Just like, look, I'm sorry.
Hey,
like,
how big was
if you
the
want
box?
me to,
Big enough that I don't think you want to be picking it up.
I was gonna say, like, it's not like a little.
It's like
Shih
carrying a
Tzu.
bowling ball down the street.
they're
you know?
gonna change routes. They're never
Dude,
walking
I
by
know,
your house
and that's
again.
the thing. Like, I didn't want to scare them off. I did want to make a joke, like, "Hey, thanks for your dog shit, thank you." But like, that's gonna come off as aggressive.
Yeah.
If I see them again, I'm gonna make a point of being nice to them and like giving them a much nicer hello,
neighbor.
whatever. I don't want them to feel uncomfortable walking by the crib. But at the same time, like, if you want to walk like to someone's house who's not out there, like, and not make it awkward, that'd be great. That'd be great.
What if you get egged again?
Wait, do you think they didn't see you when they did it?
I don't think they saw me at first.
Okay.
I was moving in silence like a real G lasagna.
Sure.
And so, like, you know how it is. Rosie usually barks at dogs when they walk by. Sounds pretty aggressive. And because she was playing fetch, she was either out of breath or, running after a ball. So they didn't get the natural tip off of like, oh, that crazy dog at the corner is going to bark at us this entire time.
Yeah.
If they're listening right now, I'm sorry if things got awkward. I don't totally approve of you doing that in front of people at their own house. But at the same time, you got to maybe inspect the situation a little harder next time to absolve yourself.
Say it's a real shitbag move.
That's good.
I'm
man.
not calling them shitbags.
Oh no, I
Love thy neighbor.
I wasn't calling them shitbags.
Love thy neighbor.
If I'm doing this,
Randy.
I look around and make sure no one can see me.
I don't know if it's just my neighborhood, but like I feel like the neighborly relationship is just completely gone out the door in 2024. I don't think neighbors are neighbors anymore.
That's sad.
Everyone's keeping to
California.
themselves. Like,
It's not the America I grew up in.
I had our neighbor from across the street the other day help me bring something in, and it was like the only time in the year that I've lived at my place that I've thought to myself, "Oh, my neighbors are really nice." I don't interact with him much anyway, but I can tell that they're a very nice family across the street. My other neighbors just make no effort to interact ever. He did decline my invite to have a beer at Chartoberfest, though. It bummed me out a little bit.
It's too bad.
Bummed me
His
out a little
loss.
bit. Yeah. He probably heard everyone screaming the numbers, counting up for the keg stands later in the night, and
That Marzin was
maybe he
hitting.
regretted it. Squarespace. Today's podcast is sponsored by our friends over at Squarespace. When I decided that I was going to start blogging in life, I thought to myself, I need a good looking website that I can manipulate easily, that I can take a template and I can just rework this thing to look exactly the way that I want it to so that everything I'm putting out looks incredible. And Squarespace was my selection. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out, managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. Squarespace makes it easy to do pretty much anything. If you're just trying to start an informational page, you can just log on. They have templates that you can easily manipulate. They have different colors, fonts, anything you want, you can change it. You can change the spacing very easily with no coding, anything required from you. But they also make it easy to do other things that benefit you as well. If you want to collect emails, they have a whole form that you can put on your site to do that. You can even have that little pop-up when you visit a website for the first time, and it's like, ooh, get 15% off of whatever by offering your email, blah, blah, blah. You can do all that on there. You can even send emails to your customer base straight from Squarespace so that you build an audience right there. Use this tool. I promise you, you won't look back. Squarespace, if you head over to their website, squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, you can use squarespace.com/steam. Get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I have to say, I've always had a weird thing about buying a domain name because I'm like, how am I going to connect this to the website? You can just do it right there from Squarespace.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to buy dornzeitgeist.com, you can go do that right now.
I'm already squatting on it, actually.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Again, squarespace.com/steam. Get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Randy, can you throw up a photo of Elton John, please? Not just any photo, but the one that we wanted to talk about.
Oh, man.
Does our man look like he's got that shit on?
If by shit, you mean a part of his knee? Then yeah.
Our dude is wearing a necklace with his kneecap on it. Y'all not like that.
Oh, man, I'd like to keep my knee on my knee. Did he have a surgery, a procedure?
I think he noted that the only thing that's not artificial in his lower half is essentially like one hip.
He says, I don't have tonsils, adenoids, or an appendix. I don't have a prostate. I don't have a right hip or a left knee or a right knee. In fact, the only thing left to me is my left hip. Did he play like 18 years in the NFL that I don't know about?
No,
I don't think he did.
No.
I don't
saw
think
the
he
movie,
did.
remember?
Yeah.
They left it out if he did.
Yeah.
Just a part of his life he doesn't discuss.
He didn't have that Forrest Gump chapter of his life.
I don't think so.
He's on the 84 Bears or whatever.
He didn't pivot to being a recording
enough.
artist after a couple stints at LSU.
This reminds me of the handsome quarterback who played for Notre Dame who has a necklace made of his ribs. Y'all remember that story?
No.
You know the handsome
That's
guy with
hard,
the great
dude.
hair? He's in the NFL now.
Did Marilyn Manson do it?
Yeah, you said the Hanson guy or the Manson guy?
The handsome guy.
Oh.
Forgot his name. Yeah, he had some kind of, I don't know what happened, but he had to get a couple of like ribs removed from over here.
It's not like he just wanted to party
And
even harder.
his mom turned it into a necklace. It's a real story. He wears it.
Here's the thing. If someone made one of my ribs into a necklace, I'm wearing that shit all the time.
Yeah, it's kind of sick.
What are you laughing at, Randy?
Hey, Dave, are you going to make a necklace with your balls that got removed? Will message me on Slack.
I didn't do any of this.
Will
I didn't
message me
do
on
any
Slack to
of
make
that.
joke.
I didn't do that at all.
Prove it right now. Boom, right there.
No,
Tell
delete
Dave.
that. Delete that.
Sam Hartman.
Hold on. It's good, Randy. My balls, they weren't removed. Come on,
I'm
dude.
sending Randy a link to his rib necklace.
God.
Could you make a prostate necklace?
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, you could.
I
Remember we looked up that young lady who was making
don't know what a prostate looks like.
jewelry. You don't?
No. Oh, it's a video.
Oh, I don't want the full video.
Sorry, I thought it was just an image.
Oh, it was
Okay,
this
okay.
guy.
Yeah, handsome guy.
Yeah, he's hot.
He's a
That's his mom. That's the
Good-looking guy.
necklace.
Dude,
There you
that's
go.
hard.
Isn't that sick?
Yeah.
bone.
That's fucking sick, dude.
So
He's
it-
on his like Flintstones grind.
Yes.
Wow, ma.
He is.
He's got that Fred Flintstone drip.
Fred was always yelling at Wilma. Kind of a kind of an asshole.
Yeah, social norms were different back then, though, Dave.
He's
You know,
so
women's rights
good-looking.
were pretty set back during the Stone Age.
Yeah, fucking.
You
it's
could
a different
cast him.
time.
You could cast him as a
There were no feminine nominons.
like a Navy SEAL in a Hollywood flick. You know, like he has that look to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He has no business being that hot and being that good at football. It sucks
No.
that he plays for Notre Dame.
Not anymore.
I think he's working like an account executive job now.
I think he's like, third quarterback for some shitty team.
Let's see where he's at now.
What's Notre Dame's record? They famously lost to a team.
They're
Oh, is he on the Commanders? Maybe.
Really?
He's a depth guy.
You kind of want that guy on the sideline with his flow hanging out, you know? Like you don't want that prototypical hot dude to walk into that game.
pulling that female demo.
This is interesting. He was also selected by the Birmingham Stallions in the 9th round of the 2024 UFL draft. He was waived by the Commanders in August and joined their practice squad the following day. Promoted to the active roster in September following an injury to back up Marcus Mariota. He was released from the active roster 3 days ago, actually, and he's signing with the practice squad. So he's swimming around,
Cup of coffee.
probably enjoying the life.
He gets a bunch of team issued gear. That's pretty sick.
That is pretty sick.
It's one of the perks. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You love perks.
Okay.
I don't really like the knee, the knee jewelry.
It's a little
These are-
gross.
These are kind of gross.
It
a
makes
little
my
gross.
knee hurt. Like it makes me feel like uncomfortable thinking about it.
It's a ball and socket, no? Or no, that's not a ball and socket joint. That's like
Nah,
your
it's
shoulder.
Kneecap.
Bunch of cartilage, right?
This is the cap.
Did Dan Campbell remove that for Elton John?
He just nibbled all the fat off of it.
Dude, my teams famously did not give up a touchdown this weekend. Famously.
That's pretty impressive.
0 touchdowns.
Yeah. Texas has given up 3 all year. 2 were in garbage time.
Yeah, I'm
Just
seeing a
saying.
lot of tweets out there about how generationally good their defense might be if they keep up this pace. And I just don't know if they're going to keep up this pace throughout the entire season.
They have some
The
good
Loins or
offenses.
or Texas?
Texas.
Texas.
Oh, well, they get that kid, that 5-star out of Duncanville.
We got a big setback yesterday, David. I don't know if you saw that.
Loins?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a real.
Hutchison.
That was a tough one.
That was tough.
Best
He's-
player on the team.
That dude's fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't the send off that I wanted to go to ACL.
I'm not a doctor, but silver lining, it's gonna heal well.
I think they
It
just
looks
got to
like a
put him.
clean-
I think they got to put him in a cryogenic chamber for a little bit and just let him vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to hear more about Dillon's take on like the injury. Go
I
ahead.
mean, it's not like a ligament.
Sally
It's a clean
was
leg break.
Sally was explaining it to me while we were waiting in the bag line to get our bags checked for ACL, and she was like, "Well, it looks like he did." And I was just like, "Please, I don't need you to explain to me the recovery process right now. I'm still trying to just ignore the fact that he shattered his leg in this game."
Yeah.
That's interesting. Dillon was in the bag line too Friday night.
Cocaine bag.
I was waiting in line, to do my cocaine. Anyway. Yeah, shout out to Elton John. Underrated as a musician.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Elton John song of all time?
I guess that's why they call it the blues.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
He's got so many to choose from.
Dude, he has just hits that you forget about. He has so many hits.
I think I've told this story before, but we had to do a school project where we had to choose like one song and explain the lyrics to it. And I chose Your Song by Elton John because I had just seen him in concert, and that was one of my faves. And this girl in the class while I was presenting just raised her hand and she goes, "Yeah, but isn't he gay?" And I just was like standing there and I was like, yeah, the song can be about another man. Like, it's not like this is not that
What
big
an
of a deal.
Odd thing to bring up in an environment like that.
I was like, thank you, random girl.
God.
I gotta say, he didn't write the lyrics to Rocket Man.
He didn't write the lyrics to it. He had a writing partner.
Bernie. Just saying.
Sanders?
Bernie Mac?
Bernie, I didn't know Bernie Mac
No, it
was.
was Bernie Sanders.
Oh.
I was writing the songs. I made him billions, and then I took his billions, redistributed it.
It's a good Bernie.
And then he just fucking hit the Bernie.
Weekend at Bernie?
That was a bad time.
Is this the Bernie?
I hate the Bernie.
The Bernie was one of the worst.
It is such a stupid looking.
I liked
dance.
the Bernie when it
I
was
hated it.
happening.
I
I
hated
mean, if
it.
someone's doing a Bernie now, I'm like, stop. But
Yeah, it's definitely
what
not
was Ultimate Tailgater thing doing?
Good point, Randy.
I think he was doing the Bernie.
I think
He's
Bernie.
doing the Bernie.
Yeah, like if he's doing the Bernie, it's kind of going to be forever in the Geist.
I don't think I still have that.
I don't think the ultimate tailgater has that kind of
Michael's
talent.
for the culture, dude.
I don't think he's a guy. That's a Geist
No,
play.
dude.
He's literally the ultimate tailgater. Why don't you get about that?
Bud Light Lime was the drink of choice.
Michael, if you're listening to this podcast, we would love to host you when A&M rolls through Texas.
How about he hosts us or just Dillon? I really want you to go to that game.
Let's go to his tailgate.
What was that old broad's name?
Is this Nikki the Knife talking again?
No. This is old school, but like in our mid 20s. This is like right after college. Dillon, who is that girl you said gave you the Bernie?
We never had this conversation.
I don't know. You had to go to the
clinic.
Yeah, the school.
Yeah.
You said you had to get some penny.
No, none of this ever happened.
You had to get your silly on.
I didn't. I
No, we said
didn't
it
say
tasted
that.
like penny.
Well, no, that was part of the problem. It was.
I probably wouldn't have told you about that had it happened, but it didn't. For the record,
What was that old broad's name though?
I don't think you could say broad.
you can say broad.
I don't think you can say broad. I'm not saying it. I don't think you can say it. I don't think it's socially acceptable these days.
Okay.
Unless you're Nicky the Knife. Grandfathers are literally grandfathered into like all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's where they got the phrase from, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, I never put that together.
Dillon, do we have a space bar to close things out today?
Space bar. It's time for the fucking space bar.
Okay, I don't know if we needed the
Yeah.
profanity.
That was recorded.
It was vulgar.
Why'd you hit the button? That was recorded. I didn't see that. We got a space bar segment. This one is about space, not a bar, believe it or not. So we got another once in a lifetime opportunity here if you guys are interested. Are you?
Once in a lifetime.
There's a comet called
That was not.
What was that? Was that Big Daddy Mark?
No, it wasn't.
It kind of sounded like Big Daddy Mark
That's
singing Talking Heads.
And you may find yourself. Sorry,
In a shotgun shack.
not
This
Big
is a-
Daddy Mac.
this is a once in 80,000 year sight.
How many years?
This comet, once in 80,000 years, this comet.
How do we know
orbits
that? Like,
close
who's
to Earth.
tracking the last 80,000
You know what?
years?
I
and
don't
being like,
know.
yo, this comet hasn't been here.
It's kind of in the zeitgeist.
Don't laugh at that, Randy.
Sight, guys.
Shut up. All right, comet Shushinshin Atlas. Did I say that correctly?
Shushinshin?
It offended me.
Shushinshin.
Yeah, it does
Seemed
sound
like
like
something
a
you did
little.
wrong.
Shushinshin.
Sure.
They need to work on the names for this. Why don't they name them like hurricanes?
This comet,
Great idea.
Comet Todd.
I think because there are so many of them that it'd be hard to just keep naming.
Oh yeah, there's
them.
not a lot of names out there.
Yeah. Like
Do
Haley.
you know how many comets there are?
Why don't you tell me?
Why did Elon name his kid like it's a comet?
Good question. Anyway, this comet Shushinshin Atlas
Let's go Atlas.
likely traveled from outer reaches of our solar system, made its closest transit past the sun on September 27th. It was expected to come within approximately 44 million miles of Earth on October 12th. It is visible in the night sky currently if you look west.
You're doing this off the dome, aren't you?
Yeah, I didn't know any of this prior. Let's see. It will get higher in the early evening sky through October 21st. So after that, it'll start to fade away. But there's a comet.
No, our level never.
You know what's
fade away,
crazy?
dude.
Like you look up and you see it, it looks like it's just being still. Guess how fast it's going.
Can I guess?
60 miles an hour.
I literally just told you to guess.
Can I though?
How fast do you think it's going?
If
60.
I had to guess, your guess was 60.
Yeah, 60 miles an
60
hour.
miles per hour.
All right. I will go 61.
Dave's closer, so he wins.
Okay. Fuck,
You
rats.
can't go over it. Price is Right rules. It is going 67 kilometers per second.
That's what I said.
Let's just trucking along.
It's going quite fast, but it's crazy. It looks like it's being. It's obviously very far away. It's going very, very fast, and this stuff is fun. It's fun. Go check it out tonight. Look west, Will. I know you don't know where west is. Bring out a
Gonna have to download a compass.
compass. Bring a little
What is
compass
a
out
whoopus?
there.
There's easier ways to figure out. You have like a 1 in 4 chance.
I'll get in my car and I'll drive around until it's facing west.
Just face from your place, face Mopac. That'll be west.
Like,
All right.
did you guys hear me talking about the left and right sides of the stage from ACL? Like, I've messed it up every single time I've said it.
I feel like you did say you were using them interchangeably almost.
Yeah,
I can't. You're
I'm
painting a
so-
bad picture.
Well, I mean, I was thinking stage right, stage left, or like the right side of the stage, left side of the stage, you know?
Here's a little tip for you, Will. How about you just watch the sunset and then just keep looking in that direction?
Oh, that would make sense.
Shushinshin.
It sounds like a dog,
Yeah, it does.
like a breed.
Like a little fluffy dog.
Mhm. Yeah, little tiny
that
John.
costs $6,000.
Yeah.
Dude, how sick is this? It was discovered by Purple Mountain Observatory.
Purple Mountain.
Shit sticky.
Purple Mountain.
Super sticky. Oh, just right across Orion.
Man, I mean, the last time I was this jazzed up over a Comet, man, it was Hail Bop, you know?
That was a good one. Yeah, I remember that one.
Dude, I missed our last meeting.
Yeah, but did you get the uniform in the mail, Dave?
Yeah, I got the Nike Cortez. Or
What did they
whatever
wear? What did the Heaven's Gate
It
cult
was like-
wear?
Wasn't it? It was definitely Nikes.
Yeah, it was definitely Nikes.
Was it tracksuits? Oh, we found some.
Yeah, they had
pics.
tracksuits on,
Yeah, I think they
Black.
did.
I think.
And then they hit him with, I'll be honest, swagless Nikes they chose to die in. Kind of a swaggy little patch, though.
Heaven's Gate away team.
Yeah, because they're going away.
Okay, is that okay?
Each body was dressed and arranged the same way. A uniform with a custom patch on the sleeve, purple shroud, $5.75 in the shirt pocket, luggage packed, and Nikes.
They went out with their absolutes.
They did. They did. They found their absolutes and were going to go to eternity with them. I would like to watch a documentary on the Heaven's Gate cult because I think it'd be interesting to learn things that I didn't realize were going on at that time.
Really sad
I'm
situation.
so close to
man.
joining a cult. It's not good.
Stop. You gotta resist, man.
I'm trying.
We need
dude.
you around
I'm
here.
trying.
And that concludes the space bar. Hope you enjoyed it. Check it out.
Hey, what
West.
about the Starlink?
Will you get a selfie with it?
I'll try.
Okay.
What about Starlink? I know there's new Starlink news, but I don't.
They
really-
landed that booster in the.
Can someone
the
explain
tower.
to me why this? I think it's really cool. I've seen the video. Can someone explain to me why this is a big deal and what this is going to change for things?
Dave seems to know more about it than I do.
I'm not the spacebar guy, so I'll just wait for him to look it up.
Yeah.
Just talk about
No.
it.
His arms are crossed for you guys just listening. He's crossed his arms and he is saying no.
I think it's the first time they've landed a rocket and landed it, and it was it's like the size of a skyscraper, I was told, and it landed it in this thing with the afterburners, and it landed like perfectly, and it was like grabbed by this thing. So I think it
It's like the safest way to land a rocket.
yeah, fucking rocket.
She's a fuck. Dude, I've been trying to land rockets at the bar all fucking night, brother.
Fuck.
bro. I've been striking out like fucking Aaron Judge.
I've been
huh?
trying to grab it with my arms.
Fucking A. I went to ACL, my girl and I, and everybody was freaked out. I was fucking hugging on her. We were watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
Dua Lipa.
Oh,
she's
I
fucking
can't
great.
have my arms around my girl at the rock show.
At the rock show.
I think the big thing is that it just was the first successful one, and they're going to be able to reuse the rocket. That's like the huge thing about
Oh,
it.
so it's a financial play for
So it was financial and like also like less waste.
what?
What did you just say?
Bro's name is Ellen, dude.
Oh, okay.
You know he moved to Canada before he went to the United States? Learned that recently.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently left South Africa didn't agree with apartheid. Which?
That's big of him. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Put his foot down.
Yeah. Good job,
good.
Elon. Should we get out of here?
Chapel Roan.
Hey, Chapel.
Fucking good. I don't know shit about his songs because it's a good fucking mute. We've changed characters. Get out of here.
That was Nikki.
Nikki was good.
Never coming back,
He's
huh?
dead. He's fucking dead. He got got.
He's not dead.
He got got.
You want to smoke, Nikki?
I never touched.
Bye.